Today we're going to be working with our textbook on page 84. If you don't have your textbook, I'm going to show everything on the slides for you to have a look. And we're going to be entering the Amazon. The Amazon is a jungle as well as a river in Brazil. And we're going to be looking at a book review set in the Amazon. The name of the book is Journey to the River Sea. And the review that we're going to read is on page 84 of your textbook. So that's what the cover looks like. You can see there's a picture of two people on a little canoe or a boat, and you can see some butterflies and the name of the author. It's written by Eva Ibbotson. So I'm going to read from the review. You're welcome to read in the textbook or on the screen. Can you imagine being on your own in the Amazon jungle without a friend in the world? As one character says early in the book, if you just put one hand in the water, there are these piranhas that strip all the flesh off your bones, every single bit. In the early 1900s, Maya, an orphan, has left England with her governess to go and live with her relations, the Carter family, near a small town in the Amazon jungle. Maya soon discovers her cousins are mean and spoiled, and her uncle and aunt are cold and strict. However, she soon makes some friends and quickly falls in love with the jungle. Before long, she meets Finn, who has lived in the jungle all his life, but who has his own secrets, which Maya longs to share. This is a magical story, as full of twists and turns as the rivers in the jungle. The story is spellbinding. I couldn't put it down. If you like adventure stories, strong heroines, and teenagers who fight for their independence, then this book is for you. Highly recommended. So this book is about a girl who's unafraid of the dangerous creatures of the Amazon. In your textbook on page 85, there are some questions which are based on the review, and they're mostly checking about your understanding of the paragraphs as well as your understanding of some of the words. So number one, they're going to ask you to use your dictionary to look up the meanings of these words. There's flesh, strict, navigates, independence, and recommended. If you don't have a physical dictionary and a paper dictionary, then you can use a phone or you can use the internet and you can go and look up the word. You can simply Google the word and then you'll find the meaning, or you can go to a dictionary website such as Oxford, and it's quite easy to navigate your way from there. All right, so when you're copying from the dictionary, please write the entire definition, including anything in brackets and italics. All right. Number two, these are some of the creatures Maya could meet in the Amazon. To survive, she has to be able to identify, to name each one correctly. Help Maya by matching the animals' names to their pictures. Now, there's some names of animals that are highlighted in yellow in your book. There is the toucan. There is piranha. There is sloth, anaconda, macaw, and the tapir. In your book, you'll see the letters A, B, C, D, E, and then little pictures in blocks. So all you need to do is write the letter A and then the animal that you think. You're choosing from the highlighted words above. So you're choosing between toucan, piranha, sloth, anaconda, macaw, and tapir. So for example, if you think that A is an elephant, then you'll write it next to the letter. Number three, which types of writing do you think the story is? They want to know what genre do you think it is. Is it an autobiography, fantasy, adventure, mystery, or horror? You're going to give a reason for your answer. Remember, you should be writing in full sentences, and a reason should be a well thought out reason with some evidence from the text. Number four, each part of the book review has a different purpose. So we've got on the left in your textbook, we've got a picture of the cover of the book. Then we've got the title, and we've got 4 paragraphs, and the last paragraph is one little sentence. So you need to decide which part of the review gives you each piece of information. You're going to have to write this out. So you'll say A, paragraph tells you who the characters are. Paragraph asks a question to get the reader interested and gives a quote from the book. Paragraph gives the reviewer's opinion and recommendation. And D, paragraphs and describe the plot, that's the story. And E, the tells you the title, the author, and the year that the book was published. So you aren't going to be writing out the paragraphs, you're simply going to be numbering them. Okay. And the last question, number 5, what do you think of the book review? Please, I want you not to speak about the book itself, but the review that you just read, where she starts saying, can you imagine, and ends with highly recommended. So do you think it's a quality book review? Do you think it's well written? What do you think of the style, the word choice? Is it convincing? Does it tell you enough about the book? Did reading that review make you want to read the actual book? So did the review make the book seem interesting, seem like a worthwhile read? How did the reviewer do this? So were there any techniques or skills or a style of writing, a way of describing that helped you convince you to read the book? If you didn't find the review enjoyable, then you can also describe which parts of the review you found disturbing or uninteresting, or how you think the person could have improved the review. So now you're going to answer the questions. If you have your textbook, you can work from the textbook. You don't need to use the slides. If you don't have your textbook, you can press pause and answer from the slides. All right. And make sure you've read the extract carefully. You can go back and watch the video as many times as you like, or you can go and reread the review on page 84. You can find a copy of the review of Journey to the River Sea on page 84 in your textbook, and you're going to answer the questions in your textbook